I mean, Ray Rogers, we know, takes these crazy picks and doesn't think about the consequences sometimes, which can be a falter. But it does look like RME is going to set up on site. Ray Rogers back, aggressive shorty. We know he likes to go for this, and it could work out really well with how the start doesn't. And a trade is going to come out early as Tyler gets one with the Molly.
Yeah, pushed up into that smoke, but it fades, and Rudy Rojos takes a lot of damage for his trouble. Tyler C collecting a second to go into the site of all of adrenaline. Just gonna flood through here and take out almost every single player of RME. It's left up to Silo in a 1v3 spike, not planted for her, and so she's gonna have to swing out of showers, and Minty will finish this off, and we've got a pistol for adrenaline.
Want to be able to come back from and not really like take too much damage mentally and try and find your guys. We gotta still stop on site.
Yeah, it's going to be very aggressive here. Nemesis going in the back of the site and trades with Minty, but the kills continue to go the way for Adrenaline as the dust settles. It's left in a 2v3. No effect is available for Wizard though, so some information secured here, which is going to allow this plant to go down. So now it's a post-plant situation, and RME can certainly pull off this round. We're going to see something good from Wizard here. It's an aggression inside of Elbow is going to confirm his position. They're going to double up instead. Chad goes down, so now both players confirmed in the same spot. The rest of the defenders are going to push forward and start this defuse on the spike. J-Star just holding it to half. Gets it there, but loses the teammate. J-Star wrestles back both of them, though, and secures the round. Another beautiful pickup from Adrenaline. Three teams are kind of contesting right now for the top spot, and Adrenaline is currently showing that RME are not quite on their level, as Minty is going to get another opening kill here on Rudy Rojos, and that's going to even allow the neural theft. So all the information here for Adrenaline, as you're going to see even another player rotating over in a proactive position here from Minty, just to make sure no rotates are happening. Nemesis manages to get one on the J-Star, so this site could be opened up. A CeeLo tries to contribute as well, but Chad still holds strong in the elbow position. Forced back in order to reload, but Flash is coming in to support. Keyline Pie gets one, but traded back by Wizard. This is the most competitive round we have seen thus far, as the neural theft is going to be popped back. And so now, both players' positions noted. This flank from Minty will not be going undetected. Chad looking to pinch in and jumping out of Hookah. It's going to be Chad and Minty trying to secure this round, and they'll do just that as Chad picks up 3 kills on the round and secures the 8th for Adrenaline. They're still shining out. We saw Chad picking up, you said they were so stable. It never seemed like Chad was shaken entire engagement. Wizard is trying to get something going here, but this is looking so bad for RME. Rudy Rogers with another, so now this flank from Minty suddenly is the linchpin for this round if you are Adrenaline, because your 2 players in CT are having to push through a Viper's pit in order to just have any kind of say. Minty, as I'm saying all this though, will start to secure this shower control, but Rudy Rogers coming in from the back. Chad picking up a kill as well, so 3v2 here on the retake. They have to start moving as this time is ticking down, and the flank from Rudy Rogers is closing in. Tally mark just secure inside of the Viper's pit, but cut off by Minty. So now they are scrambling to try and stop this defuse, and they'll do just that with the peek out. CeeLo is going to clean up the final player, and we're finally going to see RME stopping this streak. The teleport in order to bait some more rotations, and then the rest of RME we're just going to teleport back up, but no, they will decide to execute on the A site, and that means Nemesis will go down while trying to get into position. So you're going to be playing this final round at a man disadvantage. Rudy Rojos picks up the Phantom and is aggressive into this smoke. A bit of an overzealous play there. CeeLo, we need to see something great from you. Gets one, gets the second, stuck into the back of the site here. You have to complete the 1v2 to pull this off, and gets the bit of the isolated fight. And so now you have some time and space to work with. Tyler C to hold them for the defuse, and it's shut down. So it's going to be a 9-3 half here for Adrenaline.
Seeing stuff like this in the tournament, we haven't actually seen one yet, but we have seen some very fun things happen as Tally Marcus gets absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, but Paint Shell left behind by Nemesis is going to manage to clean up Keyline PI, so it's actually kept at a 3v3, or a 4v4 rather. But CeeLo even managing to get one onto Minty, so now, for once, it looks like RME are in the advantage here, as Fruity Rojos is even going to cut off the spike as they were trying to rotate out. So now all of these Adrenaline players are completely scattered throughout the map, and all of them being just two. It's left up to J-Star and Chad, two players that have been extremely strong throughout this, but this feels a bit too hard as J-Star gets pinched inside a U-Haul. This round is RME's.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, they always forget Rudy Rojos will have that shorty, and they just kind of ran out of the smoke like we'd expect, and Rudy Rojos able to find that pick. And I mean, even the teleport from Wizard finding that pick as well, it was really good play. Chad does find one, so it is a 1v3, but you can't help but feel this round is over with the flank.
And especially 23 HP, the flank coming through, this is surely going to be the round. Chad actually clears the flank for a second, but looking away, Wizard is able to just finish this.
More important than just aggressive solo.
Who's next?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the value out of aggressive players like Rudy Rojos is the surprise factor, and if you're doing it all the time, you're not going to surprise them much, and well, this is really, really rough for Tally Mark as the Showstopper and the Dimensional Drift are popped to clear them out. J-Star, who has been very, very strong, especially in these last few rounds, is going to look to secure in 11th here for Adrenaline. This timer ticking down on the spike means that RME has to pick up their pace. They have to start making some steps, and this timer is just looking like it's gonna be the death of RME as the rest of Adrenaline can just play reserved positions. There's no way that RME get back into this. The molly even going down on the spike, it misses. Trades going out. RME picking up multiple kills, but stepping back into the molly. Two people died of the same molly. Picking up later on as well, they took their time and made sure to link up with each other. So at the end of the day, they pulled it off. It wasn't. I'm very confused by that play from CeeLo, just going out into long without even looking at it, trying to send a flash through, I guess, and the barrel actually was spotted there, I think, for Rudy Rojo. So yeah, what? Okay, they're not just kicking in. So Rudy Rojo gets two absolutely unbelievable. But that secures a even man count here, and he went a little bit of damage onto Tyler C as well. So this could be a winnable post-play situation for RME as they continue to try and work towards this mountain that they have to climb. The neural theft though is gonna take all the mystery out of this round, and so that means Adrenaline can just fall back and opt to play for the lineups, which means that you're gonna have to start getting onto this spike quickly. You can't let it be stalled out here.
As Molly and
Molly misses! Oh my god, that's the second Molly miss from Adrenaline, and so all of a sudden RME are able to just crunch it on the side, and they do get the half on it. Two players go down to the ultimate though, so it's all up to the Nemesis. And the Showstopper goes awry, so it's gonna be a 13-7 victory here for Adrenaline. This is all players fighting on the A site here, and it's going to be Keyline Pie to try and turn up the aggression, but Tallymark is going to open up this map with a quick kill onto the duelist player of Adrenaline, and it's Rudy Rojos, as we know, just sending it through the smoke and getting a team set up. Nemesis picks up two with the Sheriff. Trades are going back and forth, but they go in favor of RME up until Minty gets to the site and starts contributing and equalizes this into a 2v2, but the attackers have started to back off here. It could possibly reposition. They could go either mid or B, but it looks like they're just going to cut noise.
timing. They might look to walk back. Tyler C might find Wizard here and falls back. Now they know they're going A, and this is going to be an interesting fight.
They send out the wingman to try and gather information rather than to get the plant down. So CeeLo is going to have to do that manually, and that leaves it up to Wizard to cover this. Two players swinging out, and CeeLo can't hold off, or rather Wizard can't hold it off. CeeLo and Wizard will both surrender this pistol round.
Or two players stacked at Snowman, and Keyline Pie coming through kitchen right now could find a potential timing on the Nemesis.
I'm gonna be at my eyes on Nemesis in a dangerous position here and gets one, but only one before traded back by Minty. It's 4v4 here, and this plant still has not gone down, but this flank from Tyler C does seem to be noted here by Wizard. A little bit of a jiggle though, so Tyler is gonna make sure to not lose his life too early, and Minty even picking up a kill onto Tallymark as the lockdown will be going out here. This is gonna force the hand of RME right back into Tyler C. Tyler C actually just gives up the positioning and decides to play more towards mid. They like where they have RME at right now. Okay with surrendering the A site. Rudy Rojas, what an aggressive position for an op. 26 HP in such an awkward spot. Tyler C doesn't seem to have fully considered this and has just fully pushed past. I guess it's just thought that Rudy Rojas went more towards the side of towards the A site, but this is such an awkward round now as Rudy Rojas gets two in the back to dealt with quickly, and it's a flank as well from Tyler C, but Tyler C doesn't even know about the positioning of Sela. What an awkward round, but at the end of the day it goes towards RME. Is going to help the side of RME. They now seem to have finally gotten the economy of adrenaline under control, and they can start to build up a little bit of momentum here as utilities get tossed out towards the safe site. But right as I say that, adrenaline are coming back with their own lower economy buy that is seeming to pay its dividends as it's the 3v3 after the dust settles, but Nemesis manages to pick up one more onto J-Star, and the Viper's Pit goes down. So Minty and Tyler C are the last ones left to try and make this round work. Vandal recovered here for Minty, and a Guardian as well for Tyler C to pick up. So they have some guns to work with, and they even have a ping towards the back of the site. They seem to know where Nemesis is at. So now they're able to flush out these positions one by one, lurking into this Viper's Pit. Nemesis, what do you have for us? As Tallymark is going to have to play a more passive position to keep this ultimate going. Still going to have the first contact though, so Tyler C goes down to Tallymark, traded back, but Minty's location is noted and has no idea about the location of Nemesis. It's just going to be a easy 1v1.
RME does have the Blade Storm and Lockdown, but Adrenaline has Blade Storm, has the Null Command, has Hunter's Fury, has Viper's Pit. This could go really well for them as they push on play.
Yeah, but Rudy Rojas, though, teleporting up to this Raptor position is going to trade back on Minty, so this stays at a 4v4 as Rudy Rojas is just moving around the rope. So we now find ourselves in a 4v4 situation with Spike down. How is this going to turn out, as it's going to be the Null Command and Tyler C coming in from the back. It's going to pick off one. That's just going to be the green light for the rest of the team. Wizard does manage to shut down Chad, but it's all left up to the Wizard in a 1v3 and can't handle all these players.
Yeah, that is rough. I think
I'm just going to watch
Chad. No.
Oh, it's so bad. Could have won was really egregious. That is an ideal situation if you're Killjoy, that you can just pop that lockdown, and it would have made the difference. It was only like a second and a half was the difference there. I mean, it's just so aggressive here from Adrenaline, and I get why. They've got all the confidence. They more or less come out on top of this engagement as they're going to retreat with even man count, but a little bit more damage done to RME than to the side of Adrenaline.
And even more to the fact is that they killed Wizards, so they have no lockdown as well. So this Blade Storm's Rudy Rojas?
How did Rudy Rojas get there? How does Rudy Rojas find himself in these positions? Able to get to this Raptor spot, and Minty doesn't even seem to be fully ready for it, but does manage to get the wallbang kill here. So it's gonna be the point going down. 2v2 situation here as the lockdown is going to clear out the site, but Tyler C with another flank is going to pick up one. It's going to be down to this 1v1 for Nemesis. It's Minty to try and close this out. The plant in a very open position, so Nemesis is surely favored for this. Throwing out a bit of a one-way smoke is going to certainly give him some time to work with. These smokes are actually so good from Nemesis as he just jiggles in and manages to clean it up. Definitely was a big factor as to why Nemesis was able to win it. The very calm head with those one-way smokes, and that's what we want to see from these players of RME. That's what we know that they're capable of. Rojos is going to try and continue to aggress here, but Minty too ready for this, so it's just going to be a plant going down, and RME are going to have to stomach a man disadvantage, but they have at least this Viper's Pit to work with. Hunter's Fury sent out to try and clear out some of these defenders, but it's not going to find its mark on anybody, and actually it's just going to take out Minty. Bit of friendly fire there on the site, as looks to be a fifth here from a RME, but trades not going their way, as it's all left up to Tally Mark inside of the Viper's Pit. Isn't able to close this out, and so it's going to be 8 here for Adrenaline. Comebacks and, you know, just a team being able to turn it around, but it just does not feel like Army have their head in the game here today.
Keelan Pai just dashed into the wall, I believe, and got stuck, so wasn't able to get across and did get spammed over. So that's a huge pickup, as we do see a little lurky Nemesis here. Picks off J-Star.
Yeah, Nemesis managed to get one. Going to be a bit of a difficult thing to flush out here, and it is going to be Army picking up this pistol, but once again, we're going to have to see a little bit more from them than...
They'll defeat, as Adrenaline have been really good playing with each other. CeeLo finds Keelan.
CeeLo able to get one, and even tossing out the disease, so trade Tally Mark is able to pick up one more. J-Star trying to equalize here, really strong on bind, and well, actually it's going to be Tyler C, who has been such a threat here on Icebox with the lurks, utilizing this map control so well.
Tyler C kind of being a little bit of Rudy Rojo's, but disciplined version of it, as they're not peeking out for more. They're letting their team thrive, as a lockdown does come out and all the rotates will come over from RE, as Tyler C will hear everything and potentially get picked off in this 2v1. Oh,
and the wingman doesn't even go into kitchen, so Tyler C might be able to just secure more kills here, but no, CeeLo is too aware of it, so now it's going to be 3 players trying to barrel in towards the site. They have the man advantage, so they can just play the trades here, but we've seen Adrenaline be able to bail them out to bail themselves out individually so well throughout this series. I'm really looking at what Nemesis can do with this op. The time is ticking down, it's getting low, and just a jump peek from the players is just going to give nothing. Adrenaline too good in the clutch, as it's all left up to Nemesis. Low on time, the spike is halved, but not able to get the op out in time, so J-Star is just going to shut RME down.
In the bucket.
I mean, yeah, this just feels like curtains for RME right now. It feels like even when they've got some kind of advantage going, they're not able to hold on to it. A big fight happening here in mid, and it is actually RME with a flicker of life here able to secure man advantage off of it, but we've seen that that's not enough before, and on top of that, they still have the weapon disadvantage in this round.
Tyler C's gonna get Viper Pit too, so that, I think actually that gives Adrenaline back the advantage on this round. J-Star might look for something aggressive here, could get killed from behind, but Telemark, no!
What is Wizard doing? You know that they're on the A site. It's been confirmed the plant has been faked. What? Just so confused there, but Rudy Rojo is now thrusted into the 1v1 as he cleans up Tyler C. And what are we gonna see? Are we gonna finally see RME be able to pull something off? And it's gonna be just that. Our Rudy Rojo's dragging his team into a 7th.
Rounds, it feels like it's always down to a 1v1 as Adrenaline just cuts down RME so much. And Keelan Pai finds Rudy Rojo, the Wizard trades back.
Yeah, great shot, but Wizard just a bit of a shooting gallery on the side, or actually it was Tally Mark, not Wizard. But it's gonna leave it into a 2v3 here for Adrenaline, something that we've seen them pick up before. So forgive me for being a little bit doubtful. Tapping the spike to bait out a little bit of utility, and Minty's going to manage to pick up one more. So it's now left up to a 1v1 as Minty has to contest with Nemesis from Snowman. 30 HP on Minty, so Nemesis is surely favored in this 1v1, dropping the smoke, but Minty's going to choose to just fall back and play the time instead, and this is where we've seen Adrenaline be so strong. And oh my goodness, what a reposition here from Minty as well. All the way up into kitchen. I don't think Nemesis is considering this. Starting to clear out.
Now.
Yes, gonna have an idea of it and is already on the spike. Taps it. Thinks that it's been a full wraparound. Still not considering kitchen. Looking up to it finally now, but this timer is ticking it down. Minty, you have to be good. You have to land the shot. And it's not gonna happen. Nemesis manages to keep RME alive.
Playing. So this could actually go really well for Adrenaline, but we need to see Rudy Rojo's pop off here as he finds Kilo at
What a
5.
shot to start it off. Rudy Rojo's a bit of a life. So now it's equalized by Minty, but these repositions from RME are too clean. Nemesis gets one more. Isn't even traded back, so it's just straight up man advantage for RME here. And still Rudy Rojo's inside of the site. I don't know if they're gonna fully check Rudy Rojo's here. It's gonna come down to the timings. The smoke is sent out and he's eventually caught by the yellow by J-Star at the position of yellow. So this plan is gonna go down. It's a 3v3, and this is something that we've seen Adrenaline win time and time again.
Yeah, definitely. There is 2 Guardians on the side of Adrenaline Guns they've been very good at. And only a judge for Telemark. Definitely going to look to pick up a potentially Vandal here as we head to a 3v3.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost gun advantage for Adrenaline, but barreling into the site, and Nemesis, who has been such a lifeline here for RME, is going to continue to push forward, gets one, and is left in the 1v1, sticking it inside of the smoke.
Round 3.
Actually gets it to happen, dashes away. What an insane play. Minty, you have to be quick here. It's tap on the spike again. Beautiful plays from Minty, though, to secure map point. Such discipline out of Adrenaline's Sentinel player.
They're on the Nemesis. What a flash by Chad. Oh, Rudy Rojo's.
The Bucky from below. So Rudy Rojo's manages to get one. Tyler C, what can you do with this lurk? Manages to get one onto CeeLo and a second as well onto Tally Mark. So the B site has been cracked open for Adrenaline, as it's going to be a quick scramble to get back, to get any kind of control back into the hands of RME here. It's starting to slip away. Match point is already secured, so it looks like Adrenaline is going to try and seal the deal here.
Look at Tyler C's positioning again.
Ooh. Oh, jumping classic. Rudy Rojo's goes in off the top rope, and so now it's an even man count, but such low HP, and the stall has been so good so far from Adrenaline. Null command even popped, so a utility won't be able to continue, but a great dink from Wizard is going to put Chad on low HP, and the spike is just being stuck. Nobody's peeking to deny it, and Rudy Rojo's with a third as well. Nemesis chiming in. Could you really be staying alive, RME? It's all down to Minty. He's been so good at the clutch. They can't find it. The spike is stuck, and so we go one more round.
Guns this time around.
I mean, not really RME. It's kind of an even buy. If anything, RME is at a little bit of a disadvantage. Rudy Rojo's is taking a lot of fire here, but Nemesis is able to get one and still alive. So we need to look to Nemesis to possibly be the difference maker, because Wizard is under a lot of pressure and not in a position to deny this plant.
Nemesis and Rudy Rojo's go down. 2 of the top frags of RME that have carried them to this point. This is so detrimental as Tyler C finds Wizard 2. It's a 2v5, and you would think that Adrenaline might have the series right here.
Yeah, I mean, they've been able to keep these players at bay for so long, and they look to continue to do that. CeeLo gets one, but it's a 1v3 and only a Guardian to work with. Sends out the Thrash and can't get anything. This is surely going to be Adrenaline, and as Chad seals it, it's going to be 13-10, and Adrenaline keep their flawless run going.